All right, Serena.
Coach, as you get ready to coach your final regular season game with the Cavs, what makes you, I guess, most proud of this team so far this year?
Whew, that we endured, right? This grind, this 82 game grind. That in itself, we know you live it, right? It's it's not easy. It's one of the challenges of professional sports, and the NBA is being able to sustain and through the kind of ups and downs and to come out of it relatively healthy is an accomplishment. So that was, and that, remember we talked about in the beginning there, that was part of the goal, like going to the playoffs healthy. So we're healthy. I think you know just like where we are right now. I think we're in a good spot. I like our chemistry, our leadership. Um, Now it's kind of I can't wait till tomorrow where we can really really start focusing in on our ultimate goal. Try to make that next jump. But I think we're in a good place right now.
We haven't really talked about the Cavs a lot on this show. Talked about the Cavs. D-Rag, tell me about what you think about them. They had an unbelievable, obviously, regular season. What do you think about them going into this playoffs?
I like them a lot. Fact that I like them because they got 2-footers out there. You got Evan Mobley, who's able to get the ball off the rim and bring the ball up, initiate the offense, make plays, shoot the tray ball, dribble handoffs like a Draymond Green, dive to the basket, finish it over the top or find guys. So Donovan Mitchell's been doing a great job being a leader and taking those guys under his wing and just showing the way to win. Who did they get? Hunter?
I feel like DeAndre Hunter.
I feel like that was a great pickup for them.
That's the best move outside of Luka.
Yeah, you get a 3-and-D guy.
Move on the trade deadline.
Yeah, you get a 3-and-D guy that understands, to guard his man and knock down open shots.
Yeah, he's also a big wing.
Yeah, big wing. So I really, really like that team. They're coached well.
Evan, we've been talking about the playoffs basically all season long for you guys. How does it feel now that it's here? What's the vibe around the team?
Feels good. Feels like we're back at training camp, honestly. We're getting our work in. Kind of a similar setup, and I feel like it's a good setup that they came up with, and we're working hard, so we're going to be ready.
How much do you feel like you've learned being in the playoffs twice now throughout the course of your career?
I feel like I've learned how the game is played, the playoff game. It's definitely a different game, more physical, just more attitude and competitiveness. So I think we're all ready for it, and we're going to keep working till we are ready if we're not.
I love the Darius Garland quote. The first time I met him, I said, "Tell me about this group," and he said, "Man, we vibe. We vibe."
Excited. It feels like it's been forever since we played a game, so we're all just itching to get out there and play on Sunday.
I think everyone's excited. Playoffs, the most exciting time of the year. I feel like it's the most important basketball, the most fun basketball, so I think we're just really excited to get going on Sunday.
I guess what we figure out tonight, so, it's really just going off of watching the game tonight, studying the film from tonight's game, then whoever we're playing, studying that on Saturday, and then just getting ready on Sunday, so that makes it a little bit harder.
You watched last night and finally know you're playing on Sunday. What's the biggest
You know, they're a fantastic organization. You know, they've obviously won championships. They're known for their culture. Just because they were at Tennessee doesn't mean anything with them. You know, you saw it in their 2 games. So for us, we got to just do what we do. Understand it's going to be a physical series. They got great guys. They got great coach. So, you know, it's on us to continue to do what we do. We use this week of rest and come out there, be ready for game 1.
I think hitting the head in terms of setting the tone. Obviously, we've been off for a week, so you know, for us, we got to come out fresh. Might be a little rusty the first 5 minutes, but we got to stay dialed in. You know, this team, this is going to be their 3rd game in 5-6 nights. So we got to use that to our advantage. Get up and down, be physical from the start. A lot of grab and holding, but push the tempo.
Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, the #1 seed in the East.
Coach, game 1 gives you the opportunity to set the tone for the series. What do you want that to be?
I mean, just be ourselves, you know, our identity. We can't reinvent the wheel. Game 1, I think we come out. The mindset we come out with all year. We've came out with all year, so you know, we got to get our rhythm going, right? You know, been off for a while, so hopefully we're the more aggressive team, more energetic team. That'd be a good start.
One of the things you mentioned the other day, just about playoff basketball.
Got the focus, I'm not hopeless, you see. Even in the valley of the shadows, even as I'm hurting and my tears flow. See, it is written I will win. So
Darius Garland back to Max Strus. Hey! A couple of minutes ago was a surprise that nobody named the finalist for Defensive Player of the Year as Mitchell putting on a show early. He worked right around Tyler Hero and flushes it home. You have someone under the basket. Cavs will look at that. Those 2 games. Yeah, he did a great job of answering the call against Chicago as well as able to look back and pick moments where he made a huge difference. Mobley takes the over-the-top feed. Mitchell whirls to the basket as he left Highsmith standing still. Right in for that layup. Oh, a clean steal by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell with the pick 6.
You see, I've changed. See, I've got it all from the one and all.
Not allowing Mitchell just to drive wherever he wants. He's doing a good job putting his body on it. That Garland Allen connection has been on display all season long as Allen lays the defense by Jared Allen. Garland for 3. In Game 6 of the Orlando series last year in the first round as Mobley charges to the basket, missed it, but Mobley follows and scores.
And I think he's a lot like Evan Mobley in talent-wise.
Garland fades away. Difficult, degree of difficulty. Spots in terms of the adjustments you need throughout the course of a postseason. Jerome, he's just so cool.
Kenny, is this how you envision Ty Jerome's first ever playoff game going?
No. I mean, I should have, but because he's kind of done it all year. But, he had that, slowed down a little with that injury, so. But he's done it all year. I shouldn't be surprised.
Hey, I want my brothers, we in combat. And we want all the smoke. We want all of that. Hey, I'm really
Guard
him.
there,
I'm
trying
really
to slow
him.
him down.
I'm
He
really
drives that
him.
corner. You got to get somebody over there to help. Nice job by Ty Jerome.
Wow.
Jerome into Merrill. Back to Jerome. He'll launch a three. Hey! Knock it down. That Ty Jerome show continues here this season.
And then Ty, for you, how would you summarize your playoff debut?
Solid.
Is that first time in the playoffs? Damn, sure didn't look like it.
Solid, yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, solid game one. Yeah. We can really reevaluate after the series.
How important is it to set the tone the way that Cleveland did to now as a team with the best record in the Eastern Conference?
It's very important.
Strus is open. Wiggins gets loose. Rejected by Jared Allen. Garland to Mitchell. Showtime. He'll deal to Mitchell. Now to Merrill. Hey, Houston. Mitchell. Baseball's one ahead to Strus. How about that transition?
You had 17 points in the fourth quarter. At what point were you like, yo, I just got to take over?
After I airballed the shot on Bam. I mean, I think for me, just trying to find my rhythm, continue to find. I've been out, for 2 weeks, so just trying to continue to find my pace and where I play. At the beginning, it was creating for everybody else, and then when they started staying home, being aggressive. Like I said to y'all before, my job is just to lead in every single night in any way possible, and tonight was to go score.
Evan Mobley had a major presence in this game. What did you like most about
You might have a big day tomorrow. Where's your mind with regards to maybe winning Defensive Player of the Year?
I mean, this definitely was a goal of mine coming into this year, and I put all the work in. So it's a big day, but I'm trying to be as focused as possible on the playoffs and just trying to go as far as we can. So that's the main focus right now.
Could this be something that awakens the Heat, or is the gap too wide between the Cavs and Miami?
You got time.
Nah, you ain't got time for that. You just sit your head down.
Teammate Akeem Olajuwon. This year's finalists include a Hawk, a Warrior, and a Cavalier. Now, Cleveland's never had a winner of the award. Atlanta's had one guy, Dikembe Mutombo, who was a four-time winner, twice with the Hawks. And Golden State has had one in 2017, and he's a finalist tonight. Here are the three finalists for the 2025 Kia Defensive Player of the Year. The Atlanta Hawks, Dyson Daniels, the great barrier thief. Draymond Green of the Warriors, who's won it before, and Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. jerseys and make sure nobody knows what's going on. He knows how much you sometimes like to get a peek before you make the announcement, so he's got extra stickers on.
Oh, that's funny.
Nice. That's a nice touch, Mark. We appreciate that. There you go. Would you do the honors?
Yes, I will.
It may take a little while.
'25 Kia Defense Player of the Year goes to Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes.
Man, we here, man. We here. Come on, we here. Come on now. Yo, why? We say all year, man. Come on, man. Moving them puppies.
Hero stumbles. He lost, and it's a Cavalanche here in the 80-degree Miami Heat is. Here's
space and his length exceedingly well.
And he can do that on the offensive end. And Evan Mobley
helped out, put some size on Adebayo.
Mobley on Wiggins, puts it up and in. He got fouled from behind, and Evan Mobley muscles his way to the rim.
Hey, Evan. What was your big takeaway from today's game? What did you like the most about what you guys were able to do?
I feel like we kept our composure. That was the main thing. They came out pretty fast and came out with the first hit, and we kept our composure, got it back, and from there just played our game and our brand of basketball.
Miami's home. Miami's home, Court. One more, dog.
Top 4 seeds in the East are all a game away from moving on. The Cavs can become the first tonight.
Coach, what's kind of the internal conversation like amongst players and coaches just with the opportunity that you have to not only close out tonight but to sweep?
We've had none of those conversations. I mean, I just think it's focus. Focus on us, focus on our process, focus on what we do. Try to get better at shoot around this morning. It's just kind of same thing, same mentality. Not really talking about sweeps or get this over early. We know this is going to be a tough game, so just again, I do think it's more about us, and kind of keeping our same demeanor.
Hey, Kenny, to follow up on that, when it comes to Jarrett, is there something about his temperament, about the way that he's wired, that allows him to handle the playoffs in a special kind of way?
Yeah, he doesn't get flustered. I don't know, he's just such a balanced person. There's no anxiety in his demeanor. He's just got a great way about him, and I do think his balanced life helps him.
Mitchell upstairs for Allen. Wow. Allen thunders it home, and how do you like this?
The Cavaliers beat the Heat 138-83. They completed a first-round sweep. The 55-point win, fourth largest margin of victory in a playoff game in NBA history. Cleveland also outscored the Heat by a combined 122 points. That's the largest point differential in a playoff series in NBA history. Let's not lose sight of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've been a great surprise. They took that next step. That's what you want to see with these teams. They're going to compete for a title. What do you do the following year when everybody expects you to be great? The Cavs have done throughout the series. They did what they were supposed to do.
Real quick, you guys set the tone in the first. I knew in the first 5 minutes. And then when our bench comes in, like we don't skip it. We like get stronger. You know, Dre, all you. I mean, it's crazy, right? Hey, there's we just. This is a huge advantage, right, to have this window now, right, to get our bodies right, to work on our bodies, to improve our bodies, get our minds right, all that stuff. You guys did your work. We've done our work early all year. We did it again. This is a huge advantage. Let's take it, take advantage of the advantage. Does that make sense? All right? Come on, man. Great job.
Great maturity, fellas. Taking care of business,
Great
man.
maturity. Don, what do you got?
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
How different is the confidence level going into the next round this year, winning 4-0, versus last year where you had to go 7 games?
I'll tell you what, rest did. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I think rest does a huge part in it. I don't feel like we're confident, but we're not overconfident. Like, we know in this league, everything resets. You know, the series is 0-0 back again, but we know that we're capable of playing at the highest level now.
Anything else in the room? All right, so we're out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.